Hello world, welcome back. I'm Goddess Dawn. It's Friday, May 31st, 2019, and I'm back again today talking about R. Kelly. Another update on his situation. Just yesterday, the news hit that he's been charged with 11 felony counts filed in a new case against him. This is coming from the Chicago Sun-Times. So they're saying that R. Kelly was hit with more serious sex crime charges in a new court case. Court records show prosecutors filed a new case with 11 felony counts, and the charges are more serious than those in the 4 cases that were filed against him in February. Cook County prosecutors on Thursday filed a new series of sex assault charges against R. Kelly, adding 11 felony counts against the singer, including charges that carry a potential sentence up to 30 years in prison, the most serious he has faced yet. The alleged offense happened in January 2010, according to the charges. The charging document does not contain many details, but Kelly's lawyer indicated that the new charges are related to an alleged victim and acts that were the basis of one of the 4 sex abuse cases filed against Kelly in February. The alleged offense happened January 2010, according to charges. The charging document does not contain many details, but Kelly's lawyer indicated that the new charges are related to an alleged victim and acts that were the basis of one of the 4 sex abuse cases filed against Kelly in February. So just to break that down, Nick at Night had posted about this almost as soon as it was in the headlines, and the comments were reflective of basically people who are in denial, people who are confused, admittedly confused about, what the whole situation is. So, as we know, he was arrested in February. There were 10 counts, felony counts, sexual abuse charges, also felony, but there are a more minimal on the scale than the ones that were filed yesterday. So the accuser in these current charges seem to be one person. The initials they've listed are JP, and as they said, that this accuser is also in the initial indictment that came down in February. She is one of 4 accusers in that case. It is suspected that the accuser is Geronda Pace, who was in the R. Kelly documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, as the girl who waited for him outside the courtroom when he was in trial in 2008, and she got his phone number, and basically he picked her up while he was on trial for dealing with the minor in a sexual manner. Yeah, she definitely put herself in that position. However, keep in mind, she was a minor at the time. Now, I know these particular charges are against a victim, they are saying, between the ages of 13 to 16. Nevertheless, regardless if she put herself in that position or not, he, as the adult and as well as somebody who's already in hot water behind similar activities, is going to go ahead and cross the lines the way he did. People who defend him and victim shame aren't looking at the fact that she's basically a child, period. Regardless if she put herself in that position or not by basically stalking him outside the courtroom, he's the adult. So these charges are totally separate from the ones filed in February. They are also, though, from the state attorney's office in Illinois. So they are added to the ones that are already in play. So he has a total of now 21 counts against him, and these are all of a sexual nature relating to minors. The new case charges Kelly with 4 counts of aggravated criminal sex assault, 2 counts of criminal sex assault by force, 2 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse, and 3 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse against a victim between the ages of Kelly, who is free on $1 million bond following his indictment in February in sex abuse cases involving 4 alleged victims, including 3 underage girls, is due to appear in court on the new case June 6. The state attorney's office did not respond to requests for comment. Kelly's attorney Greenberg said Thursday he had received word of the new charges from prosecutors, but had not seen any filings in the case. His attorney is full of it, and I'm going to read actually something I found online about him. He was fired from a case where he was a part of a legal defense for a now convicted murderer, Drew Peterson. He was convicted of murdering his wife, Kathleen Savio. And upon that conviction, attorney Steve Greenberg, list says here, had been fired from the defense team who was going to appeal the case. And the lead attorney at the time accused Steve Greenberg of shoddy work. It says that he was terminated for his total and complete failure to complete or do any of the tasks for which he was brought on the team. He absolutely failed to bring important motions to keep out important evidence. One of his jobs was to make objections. He failed to make almost any objections for the first three to four witnesses that were called. Therefore, a failure to preserve important objections for appeal. And that attorney also claimed that Greenberg had made his dismissal public, which was very unprofessional. They also said they found it to be unacceptable preparation and behavior for an attorney who was trying a murder case. And while we didn't do anything in the middle of the case because we were trying to stay as cohesive as possible, now the case is over. He has been terminated for his failure to perform and failure to accomplish the task for which he was hired. And speaking of Greenberg, there's also another article. I can't seem to find it all of a sudden. However, it stated that he once said the thrill and the rush of getting someone off who's guilty is what he loves about what he does. So he gets a thrill and a rush knowing someone is guilty by getting them off. What type of person just even says something like that out loud? He said this publicly, and it's not surprising because he's just making things up as he goes along. He says anything that sounds good. He's good for sound bites, and he's not to be trusted. So there's that. But back to what's happening now with R.Kelly. Greenberg is still his attorney, but there are 6 total now. He has a whole new team that is joined, as I mentioned in my last video. And personally, I feel that it's really just for them, the publicity of it all. This is a very high profile case. This is the type of publicity that you can't buy. So doesn't really surprise me that he has attorneys working for him, even though he may not be paying them money. R.Kelly, if you follow anything about these cases like I have, you know that R.Kelly has been known to be cheap, not pay people when they're due money, things like that. He's done a lot of people dirty, and this, along with all the allegations against him, just says that this is just his time. Revelations of his alleged witness tampering emerged in federal grand jury testimony in the case that they're building against Kelly. He's also under 2 separate probes in New York and facing charges in Chicago for allegedly sexually assaulting one woman. Grand jurors are also looking into allegations that Kelly and his team tried to sway the outcome of the 2008 trial with intimidation and threats of bodily harm. He could face obstruction justice charges. Meanwhile, Kelly's accusers have testified that the disgraced singer's crew secured their travel while they were underage. And that came from TMZ. So there's probably going to be more news coming down within the next couple weeks, if not sooner. I will be on top of it as always. Don't be mad at me because I'm delivering this news. You know what I'm saying? This is just what I've been doing with my channel, and I'm going to continue to do so. I do appreciate those of you who have subscribed, but if you haven't, please do so. Like the video, comment, and till next time, peace.